the cage.
Eemil Sergeant Kurhela is the hottest young North European rising star with a perfect 100% stoppage rate. The Finn maintains an undefeated record, having stormed through his opponents in the first round. Now he steps up 2 weight classes to fight a new and bigger opponent.
Ottelijana mä oon aika monipuolinen. Pystyn soveltamaan mun taitoja moneen eri osa-alueeseen. Tähän otteluun on vähän erilaiset lähtökohdat. Eli kiitos tosiaan vastustajalle, joka tulee nyt 2 päivän varoitusajalla tähän. Tietenkin painoluokka on nyt 2 painoluokkaa korkeammalla, mutta et saatte joku vastustaja, mikä hatunnostoarvoinen paikka. Kiitos.
Markus Mäki-Ventelä, riding a 3-fight win streak, never shies away from any challenge and fearlessly steps in to face Kurhela with only 2 days notice.
Mä oon ottelijana semmonen tasapaksu grindaaja, että ei mitään valtavia heikkouksia, mutta ei mitään suuria ylivoimaisia etujakaan muihin nähden. Mun tuleva vastustaja on nuori, sähäkkä, nouseva kaveri. Tosi hyvän näköistä ottelemista, mitä olen ehtinyt katsoa ja varmasti tulee haastava ottelu.
Kyllä mä uskon, että mä oon mun vastustajaa parempi jokaisella osa-alueella. Että ainoa etu, mikä hänellä on, se on paino. Kyllä mä luulen, että tää päättyy taas ennen viimeistä erää, että edelliset matsit on jo kertonut, että ei tää välttämättä sitä 15 minuuttia kestä.
Mä oon mun vastustajaa parempi varmasti häkkipainitilanteissa ja semmoisessa sitten 3. erän viimeisissä väännöissä, kun katsotaan kumman kondis kestää paremmin. Ottelu päättyy 3. erän takakuristukseen. Tää ottelu tuli mulle 2 päivän varoajalla, eli ei ole hirveästi ehtinyt valmistautua vastustajan mukaan, mutta eipä ole sitten ehtinyt jännittääkään turhaa, että mennään katsomaan mitä tulee vastaan.
Will the reckless abandon of Mäki-Ventelä result in his career's biggest win? Or will the Sergeant once more prove he is the unstoppable real deal, no matter the size of his opponent? Ladies and gentlemen, we give you the co-main event. Eemil Kurhela versus Markus Mäki-Ventelä.
To the blue corner, Markus Mäki-Ventelä!
Okay, welcome back to Cage, Markus Mäki-Ventelä. What a streak. This guy is on a 3-fight win streak. All 3 wins via finish. This is a wild man right here. He has never been to a decision. He's only been to the 3rd round once. This is an all or nothing and never back down type of fighter. With dangerous boxing, a solid double leg takedown. And when he's on top, he's like Pringle. He just don't stop when it comes to raining down those shots.
Yeah, and one thing that's quite interesting is that his hot streak, his 3-fight wins, there are all 3 finishes, and all 3 of them have been in 2022.
Yeah.
In 1 year, he's amassed more victories on a solid streak than Eemil Kurhela has or as many rather, as Eemil Kurhela has fights.
That's some good stats right there.
Yeah, for sure. So definitely experience advantage goes to Markus Mäki-Ventelä, in addition to, of course, the weight. So Markus Mäki-Ventelä steps in on 2 days' notice. Coincidentally, that's also how many weight divisions typically separate them. So, I mean, listen, there's going to be a definite size advantage for Markus Mäki-Ventelä, and he's competent in all areas of the game. He has great boxing and a good double leg. This is a dangerous fight for Eemil Kurhela.
Definitely, yeah. He is as tough as they come.
To the red corner, Eemil Kurhela!
Undefeated in 3 fights, all of which were finishes, and all of them also this year. He actually didn't get the name Sergeant for nothing. He served as a non-commissioned officer in the Finnish Defense Forces, rank of Sergeant. And
I guess you could say he fights with military precision.
One could say so. And he's honestly as nice as can be. The guy's fantastic, but he's also tough as nails. And he's not scared of anything. He took this catchweight fight with a legit welterweight on just 2 days' notice. But he's dangerous too. He's fast, excellent finisher, and he's one of the top prospects in Northern Europe today.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Great setup there. And really, Eemil Kurhela, probably the best amateur fighter to ever come out of Finland as well, with an excess of 40 amateur bouts. And he's represented the Finnish national team in amateur MMA in the 2016 European Championships, 2017 European Championship, 2017 World Championships, and the list goes on and on and on. He also managed to snag a bronze medal for Finland. He was a bronze medalist in ADCC Finland in 2019. So, he just throws himself into all kinds of competitions, and more often than not, he comes up successful.
Highly experienced and extremely decorated as an amateur. So, this is going to be an exciting fight. And honestly, looking at the two of them, Markus Mäki-Ventelä doesn't look that big. Tell me on the tail of the tape.
Yeah, let's take a look at those stats, because as we can see here, I mean, obviously Markus Mäki-Ventelä, he weighed in slightly more, he's got a bit more of a reach, but yeah, I don't think these stats necessarily tell the real story of the fight. They don't seem to be 2 divisions apart, but we'll see how that plays out here inside the cage.
A 10-centimeter reach advantage there.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the co-main event of the evening. This fight is brought to you by Origos. Tämän ottelun tarjoaa Origos painamalla parasta. In the blue corner, fighter with a professional record of 4 wins and 3 losses, weighing 77.4 kilos from Seinäjoki, Finland, Markus Mäki-Ventelä! In the red corner, a fighter with a professional record of 3 wins. He represents 03 fight team, weighing 73.8 kilos from Riihimäki, Finland, Eemil Sergeant Kurhela!
Oh, this definitely has co-main event energy, that is for sure. And yeah, the height difference is a little bit more palpable as we stand next to each other. But I mean, talk about two real warriors here. I mean, Elonen-Kulmala moving up 2 divisions to take this fight, and Markus Mäki-Ventelä taking this fight on 2 days' notice. I mean, two real warriors here. There's no doubt about that.
Yeah, it's got warrior energy, but it's also got big suburban dad energy.
Yeah.
You know?
Absolutely. And there we have the two combatants here. Eemil in the red, Markus Mäki-Ventelä in the blue.
Yeah, Mäki-Ventelä has a 10-centimeter reach advantage, which is not entirely insubstantial here. And it's, early low kick for Eemil Kurhela.
Markus Mäki-Ventelä connected with a couple strikes there. I do think that, Kurhela is probably doing the smart thing and trying to chop down those long legs of his opponent. We have seen Mäki-Ventelä be susceptible to leg kicks before. When he fought in cage here last time, he actually lost via TKO due to leg kicks to Alexis Savolainen.
And he tends to stand with a bit of a wider base, and I think that's because, and also with his hands noticeably down, mid-chest level or below most of the time is that guard, and so that could be that can make you quite a target for a low kick and then a right hand, and that seems to be perhaps part of the strategy for Eemil Kurhela.
Absolutely. I mean, it's risk and reward, right? It's an awkward style to face, but it does kind of leave a couple defensive openings.
Yeah, that low guard definitely does, but Eemil Kurhela also stands noticeably with his hands quite low, at least that lead hand. So we'll see what he's able to do here.
Another hard leg kick there, low leg kick from Eemil Kurhela.
And that's not a bad idea, when you're facing a bigger fighter, really to chop down at that leg and take away the power is probably a solid strategy. Do me a favor though and look at the calves on Eemil Kurhela in comparison to Markus Mäki-Ventelä.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Look at the legs in general. Do they look 2 divisions apart?
Oh, definitely not. I mean, it looks like Eemil Kurhela has never skipped leg day once in his life, that's for sure.
No, absolutely not. Oh, and a big right hand lands for Kurhela. Solid jab though from Mäki-Ventelä.
And I feel like Mäki-Ventelä, he kind of thrives in chaos in a sense. Crazy scrambles, wild exchanges. That's kind of where he capitalizes and, just puts a beating on his opponent. If he ends up on top position, it could be a good night for Kurhela.
There he goes, switching stances. I think Kurhela has hurt that lead leg with that low kick. I'd like to see more of that.
Oh, nice strike connected there for Kurhela.
Yeah, and Mäki-Ventelä is comfortable being the counter striker. He's got some solid boxing fundamentals, even if he stands a bit unorthodox.
He's lined a succession of nice jabs.
Oh, there you go again with that lead leg kick. I think he might have hit that peroneal nerve. That foot looked a little unsteady. Yeah, if I'm Kurhela, I think I'm going to town with that lead leg low kick.
Mäki-Ventelä connected twice now though, with some solid strikes. And that's the thing when you fight from one of those, kind of an awkward stance, you don't necessarily see the strikes coming in the same way that you would from a traditional fighter.
Solid left hand though from Kurhela. Oh, and another low kick. If you're able to back your opponent up to the cage, they don't really have a whole lot of, base to stand on in terms of lifting that leg up in order to avoid that low kick.
And it's Kurhela who initiates the grappling sequence here, now reversed by Mäki-Ventelä.
This is a very, very interesting scenario here because I've noticed previously that Mäki-Ventelä, his takedown entries often leave his head in a position for a guillotine. And I think that Kurhela has made that read as well because he's got his hands locked here.
So far, Mäki-Ventelä seems to be weathering this quite well.
Kurhela looking to adjust the grip. This might be where whatever size advantage that exists comes into play. Oh, he's cranking on that.
That looks tight.
He's cranking on that. There he goes! With that guillotine, that ninja choke.
Sergeant Eemil Kurhela does it again.
On first round.
Yeah, 4 straight fights, 4 straight victories, 4 straight finishes.
Eemil Sergeant Kurhela pulls another victory right there. And, you know, Mäki-Ventelä looks to have taken that one in stride. He's got a very, very happy look on his face. You can tell that he's just glad to be here.
Well, honestly, he had a lot of good moments. I'd wager that Markus Mäki-Ventelä had better moments and more success against Eemil Kurhela than any opponent that Kurhela has faced so far.
Yeah, that could very well be so. But you know what? At the end of the day, Eemil Kurhela put on another fantastic performance. Mäki-Ventelä, you know, he had his moments as well. A bit of an awkward striker to deal with, but Eemil Kurhela chipped away at that lead leg. And when Mäki-Ventelä shot in, Eemil Kurhela saw that opening for the guillotine choke, got a hold of his neck. That's it.
And it was a wrap. Well, you know, the bigger they are, the harder they fall. And it's set up with the leg kicks, but it was a guillotine that ended things. I mean, is there something that Kurhela can't do? That's what I'm starting to wonder at this point.
Spinning back kick, back flip, TKO.
I haven't seen that from him or any other human being so far. Let's take a look at that.
Let's take a look at the finish here. Eemil Kurhela, as Mäki-Ventelä shoots for the takedown, Kurhela recognizes that, hey, I've got his head here, I've got his neck. And he cranks on that with ungodly force, forces him to the mat, and goes to mount him, gets the tap. Beautiful performance, beautiful submission, beautiful first round finish from Eemil Kurhela.
I mean, look at that squeeze. I mean, that would have forced a tap out of a silverback gorilla for my money. That was intense. I mean, that squeeze was tighter than security at Fort Knox.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 4 minutes and 10 seconds of the first round, referee Håkan has gone to stop this fight. Winner by guillotine choke, Eemil Sergeant Kurhela!
There you have it, another win.
What a win at that. I mean, this guy just keeps going from impressive performance to impressive performance. He's just, I mean, he is a future star. There is no doubt about that.
Yeah, not with 4 wins this year. Let's see what he has to say to Veli-Matti.
Eemil, onneksi olkoon, hieno voitto.
Kiitos.
Minkälainen haaste oli lähteä 2 painoluokkaa ylemmäs ottelemaan nopealla varoitusajalla?
No olihan tää aika absurdin kuuloinen matsi, että eka piti tulla featherweight 65.8 vastustaja, mutta peru sitten torstaina ja sitten haettiin paljon ottelijoita, mutta ei tullut. Niin siitä otettiin 2 painoluokkaa ylemmäs, mutta se on sellaista. Ei väistellä.
Se on kovan ottelijan merkki, ettei väistellä, koska nyt halusit otella ja sait kovan vastuksen ja hienosti selvisit siitä. Mä äsken katselin tossa, että et ilmeisesti halunnut viedä ottelua mattoon. Oliko ajatuksena se, että kaverilla olisi ollut enemmän painoetua?
Joo, tai siinä, jos mä olisin päässyt päälle, niin totta kai oltaisiin voitu mattoon mennä, mutta sain napsettua tuossa aika hyvin tuossa pystyssä osumia. Ja iso kiitos tosiaan Markukselle. Aika harva lähtee 2 päivän varoitusajan niin ammattilaisotteluun ja se on ainoa syy, minkä takia mä pääsin tänään tänne matsihäkkiin taas ottelemaan, että ilman sitä mä en ois tästä. Ja kiitos myös kaikille, jotka on mua tukenut 03 Fight Team, Sisukymi, Keitsi, tänne on aina mahtavaa tulla ottelemaan. Ja tähän matsiin mä nimenomaan halusin päästä tänne, että täällä on niin paljon tuttuja, faneja. Tää on ihan mahtava yleisö aina otella. Tänä vuonna tuli 4-0, katsotaan mitä ensi vuonna. Kiitos.
Eemil Kurhela!
Incredible performance. 4 victories this year alone. If that's not Rookie of the Year, I don't know who is. Top Nordic prospect and top Finnish prospect, to be sure.
Oh, definitely. Honestly, I think his biggest problem is going to be finding a willing opponent after seeing these 4 performances, these 4 finishes. I mean, I sure wouldn't want to get in the cage with him.
No, definitely not. You know, he's dangerous. He can finish fights however he wants, and he has shown that this year. incredible performances, all of them.
And here we see some of that star quality that he undoubtedly possesses. I mean, he fights well, he looks good, he speaks fresh, you know, I mean, again, he's the whole package. He truly is all that out of bag of chips.
Man of the people, and can't wait to see him fight again.